it's Beth at Parris House Woolworks in North Atlantic Fiber Arts, and I'm here for another work studio chat video. We only have 10 minutes. That's all Instagram will give us. So I'm going to get right to it. I wanted to talk to you about a few of the new class offerings that we're going to have this spring. And also show you something that I've been working on and give an update about the 2023 weekend retreat at the Parris House. So I'll start out with the 2023 retreat at the Parris House. I was going to try to make that happen in the spring, the early spring, like March. But unfortunately, just the way my teaching schedule is lining up, I think it's going to be much, much better to try to do that in the fall. Possibly, I would say later on in October. And one of the reasons, and this is a happier reason that that's going to work better for me, is because I have recently accepted a part-time remote job with something that is extremely near and dear to my heart, and I'm so excited about it. But the bulk of the work happens between April and October. So I'm just thinking it would be really good to do something as intense as the weekend retreat at the Parris House in the fall. But I'm also thinking that we'll do another iteration this year of a free hooking day at Sunset Haven, which is my camp on Little Sebago Lake in Maine. And we usually do that in June. That's the month that I have full access to the camp when it's not rented to wonderful vacationers and Airbnb guests. And so I'll be putting that up on our events page as well pretty soon. But I just added 2 classes to Eventbrite, and you can find them. They'll be on the website. They will be on Facebook. There's an announcement on Instagram. And if you go to our link in bio on Instagram, you can also find all of our workshops from there. So one of the most popular classes that we teach is soap making, cold process soap making. And I use the recipe. My husband actually leads the teaching of that. And we use the recipe that is in my book, Heritage Skills for Contemporary Life. And it's just a really fun class. In the past, we have limited that to 4 spaces. I think this time we're going to do 6. We think we might be able to fit 6 students safely. And every student leaves with a 2-pound block of beautiful handcrafted soap. And I'll show you a soap that I have in the mold that it doesn't quite look like what you would be getting, but I'll explain that. Let me turn the camera around. So I'm in the work studio today. We have a beautiful, beautiful snowpack, and it's a blue sunshiny day, so it's really wonderful. But anyway, each student ends up with a nice wooden soap mold like this, and an inner mold, which is silicone. And this is 2 pounds of soap. Now, your soap will fill to the top. This was a leftover batch that we happened to put in one of our own, but your soap would be filled to the top. What's on top of this particular batch is lavender flowers, which are an option in the class. But at any rate, you leave with this. You leave with a booklet with the recipe and everything else on how to make the soap, and it's just a really, really fun time. And we're going to do that on Saturday, April 15th at the studio here. Now, the other class that I just added, let me move my hat out of the way, is a 2-session tote bag class. And we're going to have the first session I want to say on May 20th, and the second session for finishing it will be on June 3rd. Those are both Saturdays. Now, this is a tote bag similar to the one that's also in my book with instructions, but in this case, the students are going to design their own. So we're going to have a design element. You're going to get to design your own, pick your own materials, and then in the second class, we're going to do the finishing, which involves sewing a nice liner, putting the handles on, buttons. This particular bag is, it's got a gusseted bottom so that it's nice and flat. We're going to learn how to do that. And it's just a really, really fun project, and it'll be done in time for all your summer farm market trips, shopping, whatever you want to use it for. So that's the second class I just added today. And I'll show you a little bit that I had started to show you in the last time we got one of these studio videos going. I finished my first little 5x7 abstract landscape on my Chettycamp frame. You can see I have a bunch of others drawn out here, but this one is meant to kind of be reminiscent of, well, this scene right here. So it's funny because when I finished it, I noticed that it also looks kind of like ocean foam, which isn't surprising because the ocean is my happy place. But I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to do the fall one next over here. And there are 6 of these, you'll notice. And I believe we have 6 seasons in Maine. We have winter, spring, fall, summer, but we also have mud season and black fly season, and I think I'm going to do those too, and I think it's going to be really fun. And then I have also been working on, and I want to finish this actually this weekend, believe it or not, but I have been filling in more of this winter sky on this piece here that I've been working on. And I don't remember if I showed you before. Let me see if it's here, my messy office. This was the inspirational photo for this particular piece. And I don't want it to look exactly like it. As one of my friends and someone I consider a mentor, Meryl Cook, said to me yesterday in her beautiful Creating Space program, you just want to get the feel of it. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy. It's just a matter of getting that same feeling expressed in the piece. And I really loved that when she said that. For those who don't know, Meryl Cook's Creating Space is this wonderful program that Meryl does. You get writing prompts once a week, and then once a month you get on Zoom and meet and have a wonderful, wonderful session with Meryl. It's journaling, sketching, just thinking about creativity. It's a wonderful thing. I enjoy it so much. And you can get more information on that by going to Meryl's website at Meryl Cook, COOK, no E on the end, .ca. So I think that's pretty much it for this work studio chat. I actually came in well under 10 minutes, which is great. And, I hope you'll join us for some of the events. As I said, you can go to our Instagram to find out about all our events, our Facebook page, and of course, www.Parris with 2 R's, ParrisHouseWoolworks.com. And I hope to see some of you here at the Parris House. Thanks.